Here, Fido. Come on, get in here now, Fido. I'm talking to you. If it takes more than one time yelling at your dog to come when it's called, you are not alone. This morning, certified professional dog trainer Mike Deathe is back with us with more on dog recall, or coming when called the first time. That's the first time I've heard of dog recall. What's this about?
You know, you can call it recall, you can call it come when called. Basically, it's when you're trying to get the dog to come to you, okay? You know, and unfortunately, for years, we have trained dogs to where this isn't such a fun game. I mean, when you really stop and think about it, stop sniffing that butt, come here, quit playing with your friend, come here, don't smell that piece of grass, come here. The way that we get the dog to try to do it, it just ends the fun for the dog. And, you know, nobody's ever really put 2 + 2 together and realized if the dog's not having fun, why would the dog come to you?
Right. So you've got some tips here, and the one is, well, we're going to ask the question here, why is it difficult to teach? And I got to think the reason why, with, I guess, lots of things you've just mentioned here, the distractions.
Well, it's the distraction, and it's the fact you always end the fun with recall. We need to look at recall more as a check-in. If you just come and check in with me and I'm going to turn you right back loose and I'm going to let you go back to doing what you're doing, they can check their P-mail, they can, you know, do whatever they need to do, but I just want you to come here and check in with me. Don't think of it as such a concrete behavior. Think of it as more of a, hey, come here, check in, and okay, go ahead and release them back to doing what they were doing.
And the dog
Make it fun.
Yeah, and the dog will be encouraged and more likely to come there, check in with you, and then go about his business, go about their business again. What's this? Ping pong and hide and seek in the house. What's that?
You know, so the deal is you want to practice and you want to make games that are rewarding versus always ending the fun. So ping pong is really simple. It would be like you standing on one end of the room, me standing on the other end of the room, calling the dog back and forth. And every single time the dog gets to us, the dog has to sit, we grab the collar and we give a cookie. And then we release and then you repeat back and forth.
Oh, cool.
The idea is I want the dog to understand that when you hear me and you see me, if you come, there's a reward. Now, the flip side of that is the hide and seek, which is if you can only hear me, but you can't see me, you have to find me. And that's just, you know, as simple as putting, you know, treat jars all over the house. Have one in the bathroom, have one in the living room, have one in the laundry room. And if you're doing a load of laundry, you call the dog. If they find you and they come in the room, it's sit, grab the collar, give a cookie, all done, and you're practicing through the day.
And if you want to up the challenge, I imagine take it out on the road. Huh?
Take it on the road. Go out into the backyard. You know, the next step is the backyard. Hopefully you have a fenced backyard because now the dog feels I have some freedom. You know there's a fence to help you out, and you can start practicing ping pong. You can start doing the stuff in the backyard. Next, we go to the front yard. And still, you have to go to a pet supply store and buy a long line, which is just a leash that might be 20 feet, 25 feet long. And you let the dog out, you call him back in, you let him out. And what you're doing is you're taking the shine off the front yard. Everybody wonders why the front yard is so hard. Well, nobody ever turns their dog loose in the front yard, so when they do get loose, it's all right when I find work and they take off. But if they've already been there, it's no big deal.
Oh, great information, some new stuff there. Thanks a lot. Good
Absolutely.
to see you, Mike.
Thanks
for sticking around with us on Fox 4 News at Night.